YouTube. Welcome to Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and today I'm coming to you with another Project 17 and 17 video. Today's video is going to be the top 17 books that my daughter wants me to read this year in 2017. Now, I've already been doing videos about all of the series books that I'm finishing this year, that I'm starting, and that I'm working on, and the Cozy Mystery series that I'm reading this year. Basically, my Project 17 and 17 is a challenge I gave myself to read an average of 17 books per month in the year 2017, and along with that I have several different lists of 17 in different categories of books that I am challenging myself to read throughout the year. There's an ever-growing list of books that my daughter Katie has been wanting me to read. I have managed to read a few books that she has wanted me to read over the past couple of years, but the list has grown to really more than 17. So I asked her to pick the top 17 books that she wants me to read this year, and I gave her my promise that I would commit to reading those books this year. So a few of them are on some of my other lists, but here are the books that she most wants me to read this year. Top of the list are the last two books in the Selection series. She wants me to read The Heir and The Crown. We've got a copy of The Heir. We're waiting on The Crown to come out in paperback. Hopefully it will by the end of the year so that I can go ahead and get it read. I've read all the other books in the series. I've read all the novellas, and she wants me to get this series finished already. And the same goes for the Harry Potter books. I did read Goblet of Fire for Tome Topple, so I am excited that I got the fourth book finished. I read the first three books last year, so now I just need to read The Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows. So these are on my definite TBR for this year to finish the original Harry Potter series. Another series that she has been after me to at least start for several years is the Warrior series by Erin Hunter. This first book is called Into the Wild. This is the first book in the first series. There are multiple series within this Warrior series, and she has read almost all of them, and she has been really wanting me to read this, and I don't know what is stopping me. I love cats, but I have tried to read this. I have started it 2 or 3 times and just couldn't finish it. So I really do want to just make myself read it, even if I don't like it, and hopefully I'll like it. I mean, she loves this series, and I really want to see what she loves about it. So I'm making a commitment to at least read this first book. I mean, they're not very long. They're middle grade books. I don't know why I can't seem to get this read. So I'm committing myself to read this first book this year. The next 2 books I'm going to have a hard time finishing this year because I am trying to reread the earlier books in the series before I get to them, and that's the Lunar Chronicles. The only 2 I have not read are Winter and Stars Above. Katie read those on her tablet when they first came out. She downloaded them on ebook, and she has had those read like ages ago. 2014, 2015, I read the first 4 Lunar Chronicles, and I loved them. I listened to them on audio. Then we bought the first 4 in print, and I realized that I would really enjoy going back through each book and just actually reading it in print. I could savor it that way. And I said then that I was going to reread these in print before going on and finishing Winter and Stars Above. So that's the commitment I made to myself. So I'm not going to go back on that. I finally did reread Cinder last year during the rereadathon. And so this year, before I can get to Winter and Stars Above, I need to reread Scarlet, Crest, and Fairest. And not on audio, but actually read them in print. Then I will read Winter and Stars Above. So will I be able to get that all done this year? I don't know. But if I can at least get 2 or 3 of these reread, then I'll be ready to go ahead and finish them next year, and I think she'll be happy enough with that, so we'll see. All right, another book that will actually finish a duology for me is Cured by Bethany Wiggins. This is the sequel to Stung, which was one of our Sunshine State books last school year. Katie really enjoyed both of these, and she keeps asking me why I have not read this one already. You still haven't read Cured? When are you going to read that? So I am going to get this read this year, and that will check another series off my list. All right, the rest of the books are from 3 different series. 2 of them I'll have to get from the library, but one of the series we actually own the entire series, and this is The Last Survivor series by Susan Beth Pfeffer. I have read the first book, which is Life as We Knew It. Katie has read all 4, and she wants me to read books 2 and 3. Book 2 is The Dead and the Gone, and book 3 is This World We Live In. Now, there is a book 4, but she says I don't need to read it because it's not very good. It's called The Shade of the Moon. At some point, I'm sure I will read it just so I can say that I finished the series. But the books that Katie wants me to read are the next 2. And there's 2 other trilogies. The Alive trilogy by Scott Sigler. I've already read Alive, and I really enjoyed it. And then the second one is A Light, and the third one just came out like within the last few weeks, and it's called Alone. And then the last 3 is a trilogy by Sara B. Larson. The first one is called Defy, and the second one is Ignite, and the third one is Endure. She flew through that series probably last year and loved it and wants me to read it. So I discovered that the first 2 are on audio on Hoopla, so I can listen to those on my phone. So for sure I will get the first 2 done, and hopefully by the time I listen to the first 2, if the third one's still not available on audio, I will like it well enough that I will be able to read the third one in print. So those are the top 17 books that Katie wants me to read this year, and I am committed to reading these books. Some of these I have procrastinated long enough, so it's time I get these read, and I promised her that I would make every effort to read these books this year. So that's another one on my list of 17 for 2017. So that's it for this video. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.